My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to West of Loathing. At the end of the last episode, I left you whilst I was in battle. I only did a couple more battles after that so that I could get enough experience to get the final level of Deadeye, as well as level Alice up one more time. Well, all of that is done. Right, there's nothing else that I can do in Fall Tall Dead, I believe. This one can be... No, there was nothing in here either. I'm pretty sure we just wanted the hat. Right, we wanted the hat for the patchouli oil fellows. Whereabouts are they? Oh, they're all the way down at the... Where are they? I have no clue. Laser Dude Ranch? Is it here? You see a skeleton trudging towards you, covered in mud and muck, and smelling like garbage juice. It must have crawled out of some horrible bog nearby. If the skeleton smells this bad, the bog must be unimaginable. So it makes sense even a skeleton wouldn't want to get away from there. It is a smeleton. It is dead. Beautiful. Hey, looking for remedies? New. I'll have your hat, thank you very much. We get the strange head sack. It's +4 muscle. This hat is more like a sack woven from red, gold, and green wool. It's like something out of a dream. Nice, man. Borders like commerce, man. It's natural. You can dig it? Beautiful. Hey, like, howdy, man. Fair enough. Nothing around here we can really interact with. I guess it's abandoned pickle factory for us. We discover the circus? Fuck yeah. Looks like you found the circus where the clowns were talking about. A circus. That's where, like, clown hive. Fortunately, it's not a very big circus, and there probably aren't very many clowns. Certainly not enough for an army or an invasion force or anything. Still, it turns out these demonic clowns are a real thing. Any number of them could be real trouble. You walk up as nonchalantly as possible. Let the clowning. The clown booth... ticket booth, rather, won't suspect you know his horrible secret. Whistle innocently. As you approach, the clown puts on his basically cheerful facial expression and that retail employees use when the last thing they want to do is deal with a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. Welcome to Barnady's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow. How can I help you? I'd like to see the circus, please. Well, you came to the right place then. But if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket. Just so happens I have one. What? Great. Good for you, sir. Just take that stamp from you for re-entry. There we go. What about my partner? Partner's getting free. Thanks. As you enter the circus, the ticket booth clown shouts, "Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir," in a loud and enthusiastic voice. You walk into the circus. Actually, I guess it's more of a carnival. Let's not split hairs as nonchalantly as possible. There's a bunch of clowns around, working at booths and so on. More clowns than customers, of which there don't seem to be more than a dozen or so. This is good. It means the clowns can't disappear you easily if they figure out what you know. But, on the other hand, if things go wrong, innocent bystanders might get caught in the crossfire. The merry-go-round has a dirty canvas tarp over it. Read the sign. It says, "Condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor." The clown is presumably selling tickets to the sideshow. Howdy, fella. Can I interest you in a wondrous, mysterious delights of the sideshow? How much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. And for everyone else, 300 meat. What do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks? Not just freaks. Gosh. Okay, I'm in. You won't be disappointed, and in the event that you are, no refund. He hands you your meat and stamps your hand. He takes your meat, rather, and stamps your hand. You lose 300 meat. There you go. Enjoy. The sideshow tent is fairly large, packed with weird things to look at, like good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in. Every clown has the same name, don't you know? Take your time and have a look around. Just remember, no touching. Look around. These shelves are filled with jars, and the jars are filled with things. Real weird looking things. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde, a 3-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of a snake without a head or tail. Pretty crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to a huge, gross, pale grubs like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on this end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face with an apparent parody of clown makeup. Take a closer look. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of mouth as well, and the area has been painted around with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red, and suddenly the thing thrashes in its jaw, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back and cry of shock. Yeah! Oh, got you pretty good there, buddy. What is that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and like. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. He takes a little push-button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Yeah, I shouldn't see in your face, though. You just about jumped out of your boots. Everyone is the character in Freak. What's his name? The character in video game film. Wreck-It Ralph, who went turbo. Can't remember his name for the life of me, but it's voiced by Alan Tudyk. These shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. Have a closer look. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says, "Clown eggs. In the circus community, it's traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that's already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in the circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller from out front." Inspect more closely. Hey, step back. Please, no touching. Sorry, leave the shelf. Oh, that one was different now. Peeking surreptitiously under the shelf, you don't see any evidence of an electromagnetic or other device. The guy has a startling sight, even for a circus free show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Hello there. I'm Name. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. Take a closer look at him. You move a little to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He basically seems to be what he is at first glance, a guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice two things, though. First, he has an odd lump at the, well, what you would call a base of his skull, if he had one. Sort of a crumpled, fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the stool is bolted to the floor. So about this circus gig, how do you like it? His hands slowly curl into fists, and his knuckles turn white with tension. I see. Understand, I mean. Do you blink? Or wink? I guess? I guess not. Anything else we can say? Were you born this way? Sorry, I guess that's a pretty personal question. I think we're done there. The man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Hello there. Welcome to the Tide Show. My name is Douglas. Hi, I'm Name. Delighted to meet you. So, are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me? Yeah, you got me. No, don't worry, Name. I am a sideshow. After all, it's an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with two front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head. His hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you might have expected. What in the... Surprising, yes? A bit, yeah. How's that even possible? Douglas shrugs. He holds up his pipe to the now back of his head so his other face can take a puff. Are you... what's the phrase? Siamese twins? Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid. Two minds in one body, with two faces. It would be closer to the truth to say two instances of the same mind, with, as you say, two faces. You're right, that doesn't make sense at all. The other face chuckles, and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. It took some getting used to, but it's... that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I'd rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind. Okay, sorry. No apology necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in a sideshow? With a regular suit and haircut, you could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot a clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and meet such interesting people. Talk to you later, Douglas. Anything else? Why are you in a sideshow? Have a contract? Yeah, cool. I already done that. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Hello. Hi there. Enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting. She smiles slightly. I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet. And you? I'm Name. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Name. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see what's inside? Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown and he moses over. He unlocks the door on the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. Tubes of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the pipes. A large bellows near the top inflates and then slowly begins to deflate. What do you think? It's some kind of trick, right? You're folded up in there behind a mirror or something? No trick. The clown chuckles as he walks back behind the box. He opens the latch as you wave through it and saunters back to his place by the shelves. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank I have left is my stomach, if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. Examine the workings. Hey, anatomical learning. You watch the various pipes, liquids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but educational. We get +3 to melee attack damage. How did this happen? Was it some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, sorry. It must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance towards the clown. Yes. Well, it was nice meeting you, Janet. So long. Goodbye, Name. Alright, and now it's just mirrors. This is going to be one of those weird bent mirrors that makes you look all crazy. As if there weren't enough crazy looking stuff around here already. Your reflection in the mirror is short and squashed looking, folded up like an accordion. You step back for a moment, moving back and forth. Never mind. In front of the mirror, seeing how it changes. It's kind of amusing. This mirror makes you look stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling, and your muscles ache a little, sympathetically. Gah! This mirror somehow shows what you'd look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks like he winks at you. Okay, ask a question. What's with those weird mirrors? Aren't they a riot? That's what we call an optical illusion. Loathing. I think I gave them like a lisp and like a kind of like bouncy, floaty voice. I've forgotten what the clown voice is. As I understand it, has to do with the way light reflects off of them. Got it. I'm 100% sure that what I saw can't be explained by the reflection of light. No telling what you might see if you look too long. Ask a question. You mean the freaks? Ain't they a scream? The one with the guy in eye, the eyeball head is my favorite. Nice quiet fella. If you have questions about the other two, feel free to ask him personally. I wouldn't want to be telling tales about school. Since the eye guy can't talk though, you can ask me about him if you like. Okay, what can you tell me about him?
Not much to be afraid, I'm honest. He joined us about a year ago, maybe a bit less.
Where'd he come from?
No idea. Weird, ain't it? You think a fella looks like that, you'd have read about him in the papers, right?
Yeah.
Well, it sure is mysterious.
How'd he get like that?
Couldn't tell you.
Well, I bet you've got a theory, at least.
Well, maybe he saw something no human fella should see.
Why is he locked to his chair?
Oh, you noticed that, did ya? Real shame it is. Fella's a bit unpredictable. Has a violent spell once in a while.
Gosh.
Don't you worry none. I'm keeping an eye on him.
Okay, bye. What can you tell me about these eggs?
It's a traditional clown thing that the placard next to me explains it in detail. Don't get too close, please. They're fragile.
What about the things in jars?
That's what we in the business call pickle punks. A menagerie of strange and twisted creatures you've never seen the like before, captured and preserved on display for your entertainment and edification. That's how the boss says it.
Are they real?
As real as they come.
Oh, look, the hot dog's taken off. Sorry, the hot dog. My bad. Let's see if we can get one.
Red Hots,
Says the cloud behind his food stand.
Red Hots, footlongs, 2 kinds of mustard.
There's also a small sign that says lost and found. Talk to the vendor. I'd like to see the lost and found.
Oh, sure thing. What'd you lose?
Well, nothing.
What, you just figured you'd see if there was anything you liked? Look, there's no such thing as an honest feast. You gotta pick one or the other.
How much are they? 250 meat with your choice of condiments. What are the condiments? The 2 kinds of mustard. Ketchup and catsup. Brown, yellow, and blue. Looks like I'm all out of the blue. Sorry. I'll fucking take one. A clown sausage. Let's have a look at it. Moxie by 3. Okay, it's not that good.
Cold drinks?
Shouts the clown behind his food stand.
Ice cold sarsaparilla in a bottle? Howdy, sir. Care to treat yourself to an ice cold soft drink?
What kind of drinks you have? How about cherry? Nope. How about lemon lime? Nope. How about orange? Nope. How about pomegranate? Nope. How about iced tea? Nope. How about orange? Nope. How about rhubarb? Nope. How about rhubarb? I just asked about that. How about cream soda? How about cola? How about iced tea? How about diet celery? How about celery? How about rhubarb? How about celery? How about energy drinks? How about black cherry? How about iced tea? What kinds do you have again? How about rhubarb? Do you make the drinks yourself?
If you're asking if we have a wagon dedicated to burying and bottling 3 different kinds of sodas in our traveling carnival, no. We stock up as we pass through large towns.
How much are they?
205 meat. It's for the deposit on the bottle.
All right, I'll take one. Let's take a ginger beer.
Cotton candy?
Says the clown from behind his foot stand and then makes a whip noise with the slide whistle. I can't do slide whistle noise.
Come and enjoy this just invented confectionery delight. Step right up, fella. Step right up to try one of the world's newest candy sensations. It's cotton candy. The finest in several senses of the word spun sugar created a revolutionary new process. It's so light and sweet and fluffy, it's like eating butterfly dreams and kitten wishes.
So it isn't actually made of cotton? What? No, cotton is indigestible no matter how much chocolate you cover it with. Found it out the hard way, did you? Also, did you just lose your voice?
No?
How do you make it? He pats a metal box.
This little machine right here. Can't tell you how it works, though. It's a trade secret.
You invented it?
Not as such. A couple dentists from down south were the first ones. Dentists, go figure. But after figuring about it, I managed to figure out how it works. Made a few improvements to my design, too.
Now I'm really curious.
Sorry, fella, there's secrets in these boxes for nobody of eyes but my own.
How much does it cost? 300 meat. I'll take one. The clown puts his slide whistle down in the corner, ducks underneath, and comes back up with the paper cone, which he holds in his mouth of the metal box. He pulls down a lever, and the machine makes a thin squealing sound as glittery white spun sugar collects around the paper cone in a fluffy cloud. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. You notice he's watching you and he notices that you've noticed. He smiles and waggles the balloon at you enticingly. Howdy there, fella. Interested in a toy balloon? How much are they? Just 30 meat. What colors do you have? Oh, we'll take a look. They're red. They're all red. How do you make them float like that? Why, heck, nothing to it. Heck, they all float around here. Oh, I'll take one. Can you tell me about your circus? Really, it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. Oh, what do you want to know? What are your traveling plans? Haven't decided yet. That's why we sat down to make it a bit more rural. Keep things relatively quiet while we scout around, get the lay of the land. Where are you traveling from? Was your previous drop interesting? Northwest-ish. It was a little hole in the ground kind of place. You wouldn't have heard of it. Is everyone working here a clown? Oh, it's traditional. When the, what do you call them, rodeos stopped being put on? The rodeo clowns took other jobs in circuses and carnivals. Over the years, it became a normal thing for carny to be clowns. It's a community, you might say. Who's this Barnaby Bob guy? Oh, the boss is a real famous showman. Oh, I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him around here. Got an eye like a hawk. He's a real whiz for those knives of his. Don't miss his show. It's a real highlight of the carnival. See you around, clown. Catch you later like an alligator. Alright. Is there much more off to the other side? God, there's a lot. Oh no. Oh no, there's so much. There's a kid here searching around with a sad look on his face. You okay, kid? Did you lose your parents? I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, sir? No, but I'll keep an eye out. What's it look like? It's shiny steel and it's on a little chain. Okay, I'll let you know if I happen to find it. It appears to be one of those test your strength games where you have to use a big hammer to hit a bell. Take a close look.
Well, howdy there, feller. This game's a challenge of strength. I don't mind if I say so, but might prefer playing one of the other games. If you care to jerk your luck, I won't stop you.
What's the game?
Simple as can be. Just take the big mallet, smack that lever onto the bell, ring the bell, you win.
What's the prize?
A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out.
Quite a catch, my good friend. Hit it not very hard. You heave the mallet off the counter and struggle to carry it over to the leather. But you don't so much as hit as drop the mallet onto it, completely out of breath. The little bell striker doesn't move at all.
Wow. Is there a word for something so unimpressive that it becomes impressive as a result?
Grumble. It's the clown who is selling rubber toy balloons. He's identical. Is he following you around? Anything else I can do for you? Weren't you on the other side of the midway just now?
Oh, no, that's the other balloon guy. We just dress alike and use the same face paint. Je fool ya?
He grins and gives you a big, exaggerated wink. Same one. Test your mind is going to be mysticality. Test your aim. Easy. Well, now, fella, I like to say I know a customer with a sheep eye and a sharp eye and a quick hand when I see one. How'd you like to test your skills against a game of dexterity? What's the game? Well, on the wall behind me, I got a bunch of thin-skinned, underinflated balloons. Thick-skinned, underinflated balloons. For 10 meat, I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition. Your goal is to pop as many of the balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to beat it. It's a prize. Fair enough. Shoot like a jaguar. You're not exactly sure how a jaguar shoots, but presumably it's pretty good. You clear nearly the entire wall of balloons, and the clown looks genuinely impressed. Wobby, looks like you win. Congratulations on the finest shooting I've seen in a while. You got an item, circus show ticket. The show will be starting soon. Don't miss it. An extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance to the stage. Talk to him.
Stage show ain't till later.
When?
Later.
Yeah, but exactly when?
Later.
Okay, jeez. Now? Well, if I can't do it yet, I guess I can't do it yet. Da, da, da. Yeah, we're not going to be able to succeed any of those other ones. Especially because they want you to get all the way up to 40, and 40 is just freaking out of my reach. Well, 30 for succeeding a lot of them. Hornswogglin? Maybe we increase our Hornswogglin, maybe we increase our lockpicking expertise. I'm going to increase my lockpicking expertise. We also want to get a bunch of gumption up if we can. That's about what I want to spend those on. Beautiful. Alright, we're going to leave, I guess, for the moment. Northern Clownwit, can't really do anything with. Got the balloon, it's red, sells for 1. Yeah, all of these are pretty small increases. Fair enough. We have a pickle factory we can go to, though. It's a devastated cornfield. Off to the side of the trail, you see a similarly devastated scarecrow. The shirt is untucked, its hat is knocked off, and don't even get me started on the state of its ascot. Fix it up. You make the scarecrow look at least mostly presentable. It's important to look your best at all times. You never know when a famous crow might show up. And we get 20 XP. Hagen United or Haunted Pickle Factory, due to the ones that decided to drop there. Gretchen Vlas. She was very, very terrible. And this one is not going to be able to tell me anything about itself. So let's enter. You feel a sudden electrical jolt as your hand touches the doorknob. Oh no, you're late for the shift. Mrs. Vlas is going to be so mad, she'll probably bite your head off. Not literally. Probably. Get suited up. You clock in and hurriedly put on your bright green overalls. Mrs. Vlas, as predicted, is furious. God, there's going to be more reading. One sec. So I don't strain my voice. Late again? You'd better stop taking this job for granted. You think you're going to find a place with a nice dormitory and some reasonable price company store like ours somewhere else? With your skills? Huh. You're doing 3 shifts today, Buster. Get to work. You're on pickle hopper duty. Start your shift. Pickle hopper duty runs you ragged, like always. Keeping the hoppers filled to a constant flow. Down the chutes means you're constantly at near sprint because you have to manage the cuke chutes to keep the levels even. If you get uneven pickle levels, Ms. Vlas knows. Nobody knows how she knows, but she knows. A whack from her cane is the minimum you'll get. Damn it. At the end of the first 6-hour shift, you get a brief break. You cram a stale cheese sandwich into your mouth while Ms. Vlas glares at her pocket watch, counting down 3 minutes to the second. Break's over. Second shift, you get to the salt tank now! Managing the salt tank isn't as strenuous as the pickle hoppers, but it's still a never-ending tension. The brine concentration has to be constantly monitored and kept at a very specific measurement, which means constant adjustments. Meanwhile, you can feel yourself desiccating from the haze of salt dust that fills the room. If anything in this place kills you, it'll probably be salt tank duty. White lung is nasty business. Cough on your own time. And get that salinity back to normal. It's supposed to be 976 parts per thousand. How hard is that to remember? 976, idiot! Please let me out of here. You spend another 180-second break before the third shift. You spend most of it thinking about drinking water. The company doesn't charge for water, but you've heard a rumor they're considering it. Break's over. Get to the boiler. Oh God, let me out, please. Boiler duty means shoveling coal into a furnace that runs a giant tank of boiling vinegar. It stinks in here. You've tried to work with your eyes closed, but Mrs. Vlas screams if you drop any coal on the floor, or if you let the temperature get too low, or too high, or just for no particular reason. At least you're used to the smell of boiling vinegar. In fact, you can't smell anything anymore. Let me out. 190 degrees, idiot! Not 189, not 191. What do you think we pay you for? You don't really miss your sense of smell? Or not coughing all the time. You don't really want anything anymore except to die. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out! With a gasp, you finally snap out of the horrible hallucination or possession, whatever it was. Jeez, you can feel the sting of vinegar vapor in your eyes. Enter the pickle factory. This trash smells like gherkins. This trash smells like sweet pickles. This trash smells like garlic dill pickles. Bread and butter pickles. Cornichons. Half sour pickles. You don't even know what those are. And dill pickles. It says factory activation lever. You pull it. You pull the lever and nothing happens. Something in the machinery rooms must not be set up. Oh, okay. We gotta level all of these, right? Cube shoots are to be operated by a qualified personnel only. You approach the ghost. Gotta, can't sleep till it's right. You alright there, partner? Can't sleep, can't sleep, can't sleep. Pointing to 13, 5, and 15. Okay. So what does this do? 15, 4, 14. So that was 5 and 15, if I recall correctly. So it's raised its own by 2 and lowered the other ones by 1. That was 15. So now 6, 13. Okay, so do they all do that? 15, and then this goes back to 5, and this goes back. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they all have the same operation. Okay, so if we want to get them all level... 11, 12, and 10. I guess it's 12, 11, and 10. Raising 1 by 1... Yeah, no, because if I toggle 2 different at the same time, I'm always going to end up with an inequity between those 2. Oh, okay, so it just clicks when it gets to the top. I can't use that as my metric for fixing. 15 and 17 is really unfortunately annoying. Because now they're always going to be out of sync. Okay. 14 and 18, 2 out of sync. They're going to be 1 out of sync constantly, unfortunately. One of them needs to get to the top. It's 22 and 10. So it's a 3 difference every time. So these will now sync up. Right? 12 was the difference? After 4 ticks, it should have synced up. And it didn't. Dang it. Oh no, those are both 13. 7. 11, 11, 11. Okay, good. Salt. Reads 531. Salt, salt, salt. You're right there, partner. Salt. Jeez, okay. Calm down. Fuck. 976. 976. So more parts per 1,000 is to make it finer. Oh, okay. It's the hundreds and then the tens and then the ones. Okay, 976. And then this last one is 190. Exactly. Steam release valve. Some steam is released. That's going to lower the temperature by 10. Okay. Add some coal using a shovel. Take the shovel. Reads 73. Turns it up by 6 degrees. There's no coal in the furnace. Oh, okay. So the amount of coal in the furnace is doubled. So to get to... Oh, fuck. Gonna be a lot of coal. Okay. That's way too much. Should be 1, 2, 5, 7. Right? No. Okay, I've misunderstood. Now it's 192, 180. Okay, we'll just put 1 in and see what... Oh, there is actually a jump function. I didn't even know that. Okay. So that looks like it increased by 3, actually. That looks like... You know what? Let's try and get to... Is it increasing by 5 constantly? Okay, it is increasing by 5 constantly. Which means I can't fix this. Okay, so 2 returns 12, 1 returns 5. Got it. I can use that. Let's turn this down a bit. So 1 returns 5, which gives us 200, and then we turn it back down. Easy. Pull it. You pull the lever, and a deafening roar is heard as the old machinery springs into life. After a while, a load of pickles is deposited in the receptacle to the left of the switch. You got an item. Ghost Pickle. Makes you difficult to damage for the rest of the day by turning you into a spooky ghost. Huh. All that work for 3 pickles? No wonder this place went out of business. The ghost from the cucumber room drifts through the door, gives you a grateful look, then clatters to the floor and replaced by a pile of bones. Pile of bones and cucumbers. Probably about 40% bones and 60% cucumbers if you had to have a guess. Etched into the skin of one of the cucumbers, you see the phrase, all the same, all the same, all the same. The ghost from the salt room drifts through the door, gives you a grateful look, then collapses into a pile of remains. Salt crosses the skull. The skull bears the marks of prolonged and very strange torture. Etched into the back of the skull is the number 976. The ghost from the vinegar room drifts through the door and vanishes in a puff of bones. Vinegar soaked bones. These bones have gone all rubbery because they've been soaked in vinegar. Gross. You can faintly make out the number 190 is scratched in one of the bones. Okay, both, yeah, all the same, all the same. Yeah, okay, that was their instructions. That's not for solving anything else. Like, that it? Seems to be it. Oh, I thought there was more. It's your partner. Maybe I inspect the skulls? Nope. Just the same. Those 3 ghost pickles, though. I thought that pickle factory was going to be for solving a quest in Dirtwater. Maybe I was supposed to arrest the ghosts? And now I've made a mistake? Give her the pickle factory remains. What in the... It's the Gherkin brothers, and please, I don't want to talk about it. It was really weird. I believe you. Here's your reward. And that's all of them. Hey, good to see you. You know, you've really cleaned up the area. I'm plumb out of bounties for you. Does that mean I get to be sheriff? No, but I guess you could be a marshal if you want. Huh, what a difference. What a coincidence. That's my middle name. Actually, it's Sneaky. It's my middle name. Well, thanks again for all your help. Name, Sneaky, Marshall, last name? No problem. Damn it, you didn't put the pickles in there. Feel like we're going to miss out on something for the fact that we didn't fill all of those. Hey, Marshall, how are ya? Pretty good, thanks. Okay. Any of these vacant lots been filled by anyone else? Not even slightly. I think I've done everything now, right? The chef still wanted me to do something, if I recall correctly, and I can't recall correctly whatever it was that the chef wanted me to do. Let's ask him. Sure, he's not doing anything like cooking. Oh, never mind. We have more than sated the chef. That's all covered. I could play more poker, but again, I think that's just not actually going to give me anything. Hey, Lloyd, need help with anything? Nope. Ask around the jailhouse. Don't need to. Already been. Works out fine. Comb the mane and saddle up. I dare say I don't know where we go now. Oh, nah, never mind. Tannery. We've some particularly annoying buckaroos to fight. Can't remember their names. Clowns and cows. That's right. It trips me up because of the common letters. Okay. I'm going to take out the Ungolith. Wow. I didn't know they went for her. Okay. Let's go for the Hell Cow. Use that AoE attack to take out the Ungolith. Focus everyone else's attacks. Got him. Predictable as ever. The clown's turn on you. This one at the bottom has the most moxie. He gets instantly killed. Because you can't really step to me. Step to me, you get stepped on. Alright. I'm gonna heal up my friend. Takes out one, and now it should just be time to kill. Beautiful. Bye-bye, rodeo clown. Phew! It's a good thing that clowns hate cows more than they hate humans, or that fight could have gone way worse. Fortunately, it seems pretty unlikely they'll run into any more animated leather-clad cow skeletons on your adventure. Right? Hooray! You approach the hide warily. It looks like it was too tan to be possessed. There's a storage shed, it's locked, but maybe the key you found could open it. Hey, build a crate. And we open it up for a length of rope and ranch dressing. This guy hiding back here, he is not very good at hiding. Hello?
Oh, thank God. You're not one of those horrible clowns.
No, I'm Name. Name, last name.
I'm Grady Tanner. It's a good thing you've arrived. I couldn't have held out here much longer.
Are you actually a Tanner, or is that your last name?
Both.
What are you doing in here?
Hiding.
I mean, why are you hiding in here?
Because I don't want to die?
Look, what's your story?
Well, I was scavenging for tanning materials. Cow's bane ain't exactly an easy to get a hold of these days. But a while after, these cows showed up and the clowns showed up and I locked myself in here to hide.
What's cow's bane?
It's an herb used for tanning leather. You can't grow it in large batches anymore because the cows show up and wreck the place. So the other stuff we generally use for pig leather and so on. It's not as good though.
Cows wreck your herb gardens?
Yeah, if you grow more than a flower pot's worth, they get wind of it somehow. They hate the stuff. Can't figure out why. You have a few extra seeds you can have. Be careful with them.
I know where we're going to plant those. How long have you been here?
3 or 4 days. I'm starving. Cow's bane's poisonous. I've been chewing on the old leather hat for sustenance.
Seriously?
Yeah, want some?
No. Well, I took care of the clowns and cows, so consider yourself rescued.
Wonderful. Thank you. As soon as I set up shop, you can count on me for leather goods you need. First one's on the house. Wouldn't happen to know where I can set up more shop, would you?
There's an empty lot in Dirtwater you could probably use.
Great. I'll head there right now. Thanks a million, partner. I own you.
Kind of like a sedated version of a clown's accent there. So that's the second lot that we've opened. Every single time I glance over, I'm like, oh, cool, I'm way over time on the episode. My name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been West of Loathing. Your name has been Jemima. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.